do it
You
now.
ready?
Whoa.
Oh, come on. Welcome back to the 5th Visit AKY podcast. With us today is the Assistant Director, Catherine Dingus.
Hello, everyone.
And Jonathan Wessel from Judith Knife. And I am Celeste Coons. I'm the Executive Director of Visit AKY. I've been away for a couple of weeks due to some vampires getting me and doing some spinal surgery. But we're back today, and I really want to take a moment to really thank Catherine for being so overwhelmingly amazing this last couple of weeks. I mean, she has been professional and awesome on camera, and everyone who's done a podcast has left here with nothing but great things to say, wanting to come back, people sending us words of wisdom. I mean, heck, I'm not going to sit in the office and wait. 'Cause, I mean, she's just done such a great job.
Let's not do that.
Well, but I mean, literally, though, she's done such a great job. And
Everything's more fun with you.
well,
and
everything's
professional.
more I don't know if it's more professional than me. But, you know, I'm just very blessed at the fact that there wasn't a beat missed while I was gone. Tri-State Media Services always comes in clutch. They make sure that the people who leave here feeling good, and they tell their story. And so in turn, that's kind of why we are doing what we're doing, to make sure that people can come in and tell their story. Catherine and I, we've really been talking a lot about how we elevate the area and make sure that each business feels like it's part of here and we're able to tell their story.
Yes.
I mean, 100%.
We enjoy spotlighting businesses and adding that to our social media just for, just some free advertising. We want every business to be elevated, but this is next level. So today you'll be able to hear how Judith Knives got started, where the name comes from, where the knives are made, where they're sold. And with Tri-State Media Services, I want to go back to that. It's wonderful that we can just stay in office and we don't miss a beat because they set it up, we jump on, we jump off, we go right back to work. But they also have a studio, which we want to check out soon, and it's supposed to be an amazing podcast area. So it's nice to have that option, and that option is for everybody in Ashland and the surrounding Tri-State as well.
Right. And we love having them here with us. And with that, Mr. Jonathan Wessel is here with Judith Knife. So we're going to kind of jump in and talk to you a little bit. So tell us a little bit about what you do and how you got started. Just give us a little backstory about you.
Oh my goodness.
Good. Open-ended question.
I know. Yeah. So my name is Jonathan Wessel. I am owner and operator of Judith Knife Company, along with my wife Stacia. So she runs our retail store and I run our manufacturing operation. So here in Ashland, Kentucky, we manufacture all of these knives. These are all different models in front of me. We manufacture these all here right in Ashland. Every knife on it says Ashland, Kentucky, which is a really huge point of pride for us. Typically with knives, you're lucky if the maker will put Made in USA on there.
Yeah,
sometimes,
that's a great point. Yes.
Sometimes they'll say like Idaho made, but I really believe that we're such a unique and special place that it's worth putting Ashland, Kentucky on here. I love this area. I've traveled all over the country and chose to come back here. To start a business and grow a family.
Yes.
So, yeah, I'm a huge proponent of this place and what it has to offer.
Well, us too, obviously. But I mean, the fact that it does have Ashland, Kentucky on it gives us an element of something that we have here that you can't get anywhere else. These aren't anywhere else but in Ashland, Kentucky, and they're handmade, and you can watch them be forged. And can you tell us a little bit about?
Yeah. So we can go into let's go into some specifics on the production aspect of it. Yes. So there's one thing I want to clear up, and it's often misunderstood. So there are two ways that knives are made.
Okay.
Typically it's broken down into forged knives or stock removal knives.
Okay.
So the benefit of forging a knife comes from the history, right? It comes from blacksmithing, where metal was a far more valuable resource. And if you could take a 1 inch wide piece of metal and hammer it into an 1.5-inch piece or a 2-inch wide piece of metal, then you didn't have to start with a 2-inch wide piece of metal to make what you wanted. Does that make sense?
It does.
You could displace the metal instead of having to cut it off. In today's economy and the world that we live in, modern knife steel comes in a sheet, right, as opposed to just like a bar.
Okay.
So these knives in front of us, except for these two, these all started as a sheet of a high quality knife steel that originally was manufactured in Germany.
Oh, wow.
Right?
Wow.
So it starts in Germany, and then as a big ingot, it gets sent to New York,
Okay.
where it gets rolled out by a company called Niagara. So the rolling process is crazy.
I guarantee that's cool.
They take this huge ingot of steel, and they put it through huge hydraulic rollers, hundreds of tons of pressure, and it squishes it out, and each time it goes through the roller, it gets longer, right, and thinner, and it takes it from like a 12-inch thick ingot down to 3/16 of an inch over multiple passes. So that'll grow that into hundreds of feet of material.
100%, yeah.
Right? So there's some forging application there, but we receive the knives in a sheet.
Okay.
Right? So our steel supplier, New Jersey Steel Baron, they're really close to New York, so they buy these large sheets of steel from Niagara, where it's processed in the U.S., and then they provide water jetting services for us, right? So a sheet of steel is a lot of money.
I guarantee, yes.
Right, just one sheet.
Mm-hmm.
And they deal in huge quantities, so they get very large price breaks. So they're kind of a steel broker for us.
Makes sense.
It's just a better option than us going straight to the source because of the size that we order in. So the water jetting service they offer takes the sheet of steel, and they use a high pressure stream of water to mix with garnet, like the crystal garnet, right? And it abrades the shape of the knife out. That's how we can do things like this,
Oh, that is so cool.
right? And what's really cool with this knife is out of the center of it, because of water jetting, we get a whole nother knife.
How cool is
And
that?
what do
Right.
you call this knife?
So this is the Daniel Boone set,
Yes, it is.
right?
Not be.
So the outside knife, the big knife, which is the main knife,
Yes.
right, in the set,
Okay.
is the big turtle.
Okay.
So the big turtle gets its name from Daniel Boone himself.
I love it.
So the Daniel Boone National Forest is a very large national forest
Nearby.
that covers a lot of Kentucky,
Yes, it
right? The Chautauqua Trace is a hiking trail that stretches across the Daniel Boone National Forest. It's over 300 miles long.
Wow.
Wow.
That's
Right.
that's a serious trail
That's
hike.
some serious backpacking.
Yes.
Serious backpackers use ultralight gear,
Yes.
right?
And they have to have an ultra. Oh, look
Right?
at you
So
being
the
ready for that.
difference in weight between this knife and this knife is pretty significant.
Yes, it is.
Right? There's a
This
whole
makes
knife
me wanna go,
removed out of that one. Right?
Wow.
So if you're looking for an ultralight backpacking option that still has the capability
I don't want to.
of
touch you.
a full-size knife, then this is a fantastic
Oh,
option
yeah.
for you.
Isn't that cool?
That's nice.
So the Chautauqua Trace is Daniel Boone's Indian name, right? That's his native name, is Chautauqua, right? And that directly translates to Big Turtle.
How cool are you?
And the trace,
I was waiting for it.
Wow.
the blaze on the trail marker for the Chautauqua Trace is a turtle.
How about that? That is
Okay.
so cool.
So that's where the set comes from. So the dropout knife we call the salamander,
Okay.
because I felt like the shaping of this one, it's really slim design, and it's really light, you know, and small and
Yeah.
petite. Gave some very much salamander vibes.
That is
right?
amazing.
So this is a really great knife for just like small pocket carry,
Yes.
right? So the sheath is very low profile. It doesn't like stick out in your pocket or your clothes or your purse or whatever. And so our company slogan is knives that want to be used,
Yeah.
right? There's a lot of beautiful handcrafted knives in the world that will unfortunately
Just
never
sit there.
cut
Right.
anything,
100%.
ever. Right? They'll sit on a shelf and be pretty until
They get passed
economic
down.
collapse
Yes.
and looters and rioters
Right.
take them, or
Yes,
militaries
someone sells
invade.
them
and-
for
economic
Right.
whatever. Yeah.
Right? Like something crazy
Yes.
has to happen for these things to ever get used. And those are art knives.
Right.
Right? They're their own category and class of knives. Make no mistake, these are beautiful tools.
Yes, they
Yes,
are.
they are.
Right? And that's why our company's kind of slogan is knives that want to be used.
Yes.
As somebody who has made $1,000, $2,000, $3,000 knives, something hurts me inside knowing
They
that
won't
this
be
thing
used.
that I've taken this time to make into an
Yeah.
actual tool
Yes.
is just going to be looked at.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You know, and it's a little
As a
weird
piece of art.
as just a piece of art. So these are more in a way functional art.
Okay.
You know.
Yes, makes sense.
But I wouldn't want to steal that slogan from another company.
You know, though, touche.
So-
But I mean, the awesome thing to me, not only are they beautiful, but you know so much about it that it makes it even more interesting to be around you to know that. So for them to be able to come and watch you make them and to listen, people can do that, right?
No.
Dang it. Let's take that out.
Yep. So here's the services that we offer.
Okay.
Right? We have 2 locations.
Okay.
We have the retail store, which is in Summit. So our mailing address is technically Ashland, Kentucky.
That's right.
Right?
Okay.
We're all the same people.
So
Yes,
it's out
we
in
are.
Boyd County. It's across from the Boyd County Tourism Office.
Yep.
It's at Meade
Our
Station.
very
The
good friend
address
Andrew.
there is 8112 Purple Heart Highway.
Hey.
Right? And it's a good spot for us. I have big aspirations, right? I want to become a destination location, right? Currently, we're in a small shopping plaza, and eventually, I aspire to be something more like Smoky Mountain Knife Works.
Some be down on Winchester
Right.
with us.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe the Move Right building.
Yes.
Okay.
Maybe the building across from YPK.
I see.
Okay.
Okay.
Right, something big.
Yes.
Because I want to, what I would love to eventually happen, we'll get to that.
Okay.
Remind me, because I'll finish up what I was saying earlier.
Gotcha.
Okay.
Right, so there's the retail store, which is run by my wife.
Yes.
She handles the majority of our social media. She handles all of our shipping. She handles our website completely, which is www.judithknifeco.com.
Hey.
Wonderful.
Yep. That's www.judithknifeco. That's JUDITHKNIFECO.com. So every knife in our store, bar just a couple exceptions, is on the website, which is really cool. So there's like 13 pages of in-stock inventory or something crazy like that.
Awesome.
So we wanted to open a retail store. We'll get to that in just a sec. We'll get to the production facility. That's where I work,
Yes.
right?
Okay.
I have a couple guys that work with me in the production shop, and eventually we want to grow that aspect of our business to something that becomes a legitimate employer of people here in Ashland, that gives them a job that they're proud to do, that is a skilled craft, right, that pays their bills honestly. We want people to love to work for us, and we want them to have pride in what they make, because it is a nationally, if not globally, recognized product.
Absolutely.
We have a YouTube short that's sitting at 7.8 million or 7.3. It's over 7 million views talking about this knife,
Oh, how cool.
right, at Blade
cool
Show
knife.
in
Very
Atlanta.
cool knife.
And that has gotten us people from Germany and France and all over the world
Did you come up with
asking us
this
to
design?
ship these to them. I did come up with this design. So this is called the cattail.
Yes, I'm
Hey.
familiar because
Yeah.
we have a lady in our office who
That owns one.
Loves
Yes.
it, right?
She purchased one.
Yes, she
Yes.
So it's called the cattail. We'll do this for the viewers at home, right?
Okay.
It's called the cattail because if you run your fingers down the spine, it feels like the bones in a kitty
Come
cattail,
on.
right?
Yeah,
So it was
I
just
like
something I noticed in the shaping with my initial prototype, and the original shape actually came from a drop of Damascus So I was doing some forging, and I had to cut a piece off, and I challenged myself to make a small knife out of that, and I came up with something really close to this and liked it enough that I decided to put it into a production knife model.
Wow.
Later, the shaping for the bones kind of came in, but the name was originally the cattail.
That is so
And I tell people it's a very intentional knife. This one's number 215. So, because of its size, there isn't room to write Ashland, Kentucky on this one. I know
Well,
that makes you very sad.
So you number every knife you've ever made?
I do, yeah.
Okay.
I
Makes
love
sense.
that.
So, for example, this in the Eastern Kentucky is number 153.
Okay.
Okay.
And how many knives have you made to date?
A lot.
more than I know right off the top of my head.
I don't know.
Okay.
It would take a lot of adding. There's a lot of different models, and then there was a lot of knives that didn't get serialized in the very beginning because
I
I
figured.
hadn't done that. And
Well,
then there's the question of knives that I've made at other knife making jobs.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
So yeah, you really couldn't pinpoint exactly.
As far as knives I've sharpened,
Right.
so we offer knife sharpening services out of the retail store. If you bring knives there, you can get them dropped off for sharpening. They come home with my wife that night. I sharpen them the next morning before we open, and then she has them at the store the next day.
Wow.
It's $4 a knife edge, less than 7 inches, which is really cheap.
That is really cheap.
Reasonable.
Yes.
That's close to,
There are
if
tons of
not
knives to
more
be
than
had.
half, the price of anyone else.
Wow.
Right? I've sharpened over, this is a big number,
Uh-oh.
over 300,000
Wow.
knives
Yeah, you have.
in my time.
Ah.
It is
More
the
than I
only
expected.
thing I
could
claim
see though,
to
I could
be
bring in my whole
really
thing of kitchen knives
good
and
at.
have them professionally sharpened.
100%.
I've had
Like,
them
that's
for
what was
like
going through my mind.
25 years.
Yes.
Yeah. When I lived in
Yeah.
Las Vegas for a short time, I got a job at a place called Jay's Sharpening. They're responsible for all of the sharpening in the Las Vegas metropolitan valley.
Wow.
So you
That's
got everybody.
every
You got
casino kitchen, every buffet
Oh.
kitchen, every Chipotle, every Waffle House, right?
All the people.
Everyone.
Yes.
And they owned the knives. It was a really interesting business model. They owned the set of knives that they then leased to you, and then it included the sharpening services at a reduced cost.
Wow.
Right? And you actually had 2 sets of knives. So you only paid for 1 set. However, your second set was always off getting sharpened, and when they came to pick up, they just dropped off the sharp ones.
How cool.
Ah,
Neat
wise.
model.
Yes,
That's a neat
wise
model,
business
man.
model.
I made them a lot of money.
Yeah.
Right, because I had sharpened knives in production settings before I went there, and I brought to that job aspects that they didn't have. And I incorporated new machinery. They had the machinery, but they didn't have anybody who was comfortable on it or knew how to use it yet. And I was like, well, how convenient. I know how to use that machine. And I hopped on it, and I was sharpening on a slow day like 11 to 1,200 knives
Oh my
That is
goodness.
in
amazing.
8 hours.
Oh wow.
And you can do the math on it. It breaks down to about a knife every 30 seconds.
Yeah.
Thank you for doing the math for us.
Yep.
Yeah. Yes.
It's insane. This was in Las Vegas in the summer. It was over 100 degrees outside. It was like
Oh, come on.
116 outside, like 95 inside this warehouse
Yeah.
with a swamp cooler.
Wow.
That's
Love
honestly,
it.
we love that because here's the thing: you do have an honorable product
Thank you.
to
Yes.
to really talk about. And what I love the most is how much you know, and how each one has a story, and it has a reason, and that to me is something that I feel like is like my kids would love to know that. My kids are gonna love this episode because
Yeah.
they're gonna get to see things and know things. There's some history background in that.
Yeah.
There's
Yes.
some beautiful artwork in that. There's a lot of passion in what you do.
Yeah.
Like, and that is to us something real to showcase.
Mm-hmm.
Like that's what we want.
Yeah.
Ours. We want people to see. We look at all the things that we can do here. Look at what we have to offer.
Yeah. Ashland
The
has real
world.
world-class talent.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Right here.
100%.
And there's so many different ways to connect to this piece. Like you said, like people can appreciate it as
Oh,
art.
there's so much more
but
too.
you want them to be used. You know,
Oh,
they are
yeah.
a purposeful
Oh,
product.
yeah.
Yes.
And
We'll
the
get
fact
into
that they're made here. So not only can you make these knives, but if someone wants to have an exclusive experience, they can make a knife with you, correct?
Right. Yeah, getting back to the retail shop earlier, or sorry, the production shop
Yeah.
we talked about earlier. I work there. We also offer some classes out of there.
Yes.
That's exactly what you just.
Yes.
Yeah.
So we offer classes. Thanks for bringing it around.
You're welcome.
She's steering this ship.
She is. I'll go off road with you, dude. We're going to ride.
I like off road too.
That's what it is.
We can roll either way.
So the
But I want
forging
them to know
classes
that they have
are a
this
really cool opportunity. It's a really, really cool opportunity. So this is an example of a knife that we make in the forging class, right? This is one, and I'll tell you all about it while you guys appreciate the different characteristics, and I'll explain to you what's special about them. So the forging class is a 4-person class with 2 instructors. It's myself and Casey Combs. Casey Combs is a blacksmith out of Menifee County. He swings a hammer for a living.
Wow.
He is a man's man.
Man's man.
Right?
I picture that.
He's a rugged.
We don't even know what he looks like.
He's
know.
rugged.
Yes.
Right?
Rugged.
And like he wears lumberjack clothes, like made for like Pacific lumberjacks.
Okay.
Because they're really tough.
I love
because he wears out his normal clothes.
Okay.
So Casey he's a better blacksmith than I am. I like blacksmithing, but I make stock removal knives, which we never finished. It's okay.
We can come
it's
back to
okay.
it.
No, it's me, not you.
It's called we do what we do.
So Casey is exceptionally talented at swinging a hammer. I am exceptionally talented at grinding.
Okay.
Right? I grind a lot of steel, which is ironic. I have low iron, right?
Yeah.
I grind a lot of steel. So I also make 20 times the number of knives Casey makes a year.
Wow.
Casey forges stuff. We sell a lot of his spoon and spatula sets. You can find a picture of those on our website if you would like, and you can overlay that. They're hand forged, and they're a lifetime product.
Wow.
Right? It's the last spoon or spatula you would ever need to buy if you cook with cast iron or stainless steel.
Right, we can't really.
Casey and I teach a class in the winter time. It's 2 days. It's 20 to 24 hours cumulatively. It is a real knife class. You will learn real stuff. I will now tell you about the knife you'll make in the class.
Okay.
So it's a drop point hunter, and it is a forged full tang knife. Full tang knife means that the steel runs all the way through the handles, making it exceptionally strong.
And it is exceptionally heavy.
Yes.
What you'll notice is the steel we start with is 1.5 inches thick, or 1.25 inches wide, but those blades are wider than 1.25 inches, right? This way. This way. So our bar stock originally was about that width, right? So we stretch the face of the blade out, and then we also draw the length of the blade out through hammering and compression only. Through compression, we gain in length because it has to displace that material to somewhere else. I often describe it to people as spicy Play-Doh, right? You can't touch it with your hands, but you can hit it with a hammer. And if you can make it with Play-Doh and a hammer, then you can make it out of hot steel, right? If you look down the spine of the knife, that's the back edge, towards the tip half, raise it up, like that, like what she's doing. You'll see that it tapers.
Oh, I do.
Right? Now it's a forged finish on both sides, so that means that that taper was hammered into the knife, which is really, really cool. Then you'll also see that the shiny bevel on the knife does not come up very high. That's this grind on the side here.
Right.
A lot of the time when you make a knife, you'll want to put that grind further up on the blade, but we're trying to showcase that these knives are hammered to shape, right? So we hammer those bevels in, and then we only have to grind very little, as opposed to a knife like, I don't have a good example. Which is really funny.
That is not on the table.
Well, bigger kitchen knife, but I
Right.
don't have any finished.
But this is so amazing.
Yeah.
And it is an awesome quality.
And then we also do the sheath as well. So
so
you
you
learn
reuse
how
as
to
well?
do a thermomolded Kydex sheath.
You make the sheath.
Yes.
That's amazing.
And these are really good I'm really good at.
They're
And
super cool.
they fit so well.
Yeah, those
So
look amazing.
this is another service that we offer. If you have a fixed blade knife that you would like to get a sheath made for, maybe the leather one gave out or it got lost,
Yeah.
or it just never fit right to begin with,
Right.
we can make you a new sheath for any knife. You just bring us the knife. It starts at $45.
Wow.
So did you hear that? You ready? You ready?
Hey.
That click?
Yes.
That's called positive retention, right? What that means is that this knife
It's not coming
is
out.
held inside because of the
Wow.
flexibility of the plastic. So all you have to do is just give it a little extra pressure and it'll override that.
What a great gift idea.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Yes.
So-
I think
Amazing
to
gift
be able to forge your own knife, what a custom,
Yeah.
exceptional gift idea. But also, you could buy someone a knife or a sheath for a knife that is very
Yes.
important to them.
Yeah. We
That they
also,
want to be able to carry or preserve.
if
My
somebody,
grandfather collected knives.
yeah,
So, like, for someone who collects, this is an amazing idea because there's so many and they're so unique
Yes.
I'll turn it up a notch.
and it's amazing.
Are you ready?
Do it.
So we offer custom engraving on our knives. If
Aw.
you
Oh,
look,
there you go.
so remember it said Ashland, Kentucky,
Yes.
right?
Yeah.
So that's laser engraved into the steel, right? Here, I can take that one from you.
Okay.
So it can say "I love you, Papa" on it.
Yeah.
It very well could. What often we pitch to people is, these knives are designed to last for generations.
Yes.
We call them heirloom quality,
Right.
right? So oftentimes we'll do a last name, and all of a sudden you have a real family heirloom,
Yes,
something
you
that
do.
will last long enough to be passed down.
Mm-hmm.
All of the knives, I can't believe I haven't said this yet. This is a huge
I'm
deal.
here for it.
All of the knives I make, including the knives made in the forging class, have lifetime free resharpening forever.
Another
For
benefit.
free.
There it is.
As much as you'd like. And they do not come in that often because they hold an edge for a really long time.
That's amazing.
good to
But
know.
it's, we have people ship their knives in from Colorado and Florida, and it is not abnormal for us to get knives in the mail daily for resharpening.
That's amazing.
But part of it being a top performing tool
Yeah.
is it needs to perform.
Yeah.
And, you're a professional, and you probably
Somewhat.
don't change your own oil on your car.
No, I do not.
You let a professional do it, right? They're good at their job and they can get it done quick. Your time is worth more.
It's my husband that does it.
Her
He's the
husband is a professional. Yes.
There you go.
Shameless plug on that.
Yes.
But it gets to a point in your life where you pay someone else to change your oil because you could just make more money at your actual job.
Yeah.
It's the same concept with sharpening knives. It's a wonderful hobby, right? It's really fun and incredibly time consuming like all hobbies are, right? If you want to do it right.
Yes.
Or you could pay a professional,
I like that option.
Yes.
right?
Yes, I don't.
I do it way faster, way better, and way more consistently,
Yeah.
right? My experience is just unmatched locally.
Right.
It's insane. It's cheap. It's really cheap.
Yeah.
On Fridays, we do first one's free Friday,
Oh.
right? So you get, if you bring in like your kitchen knives or even just a few knives, the first one will be free on Fridays.
That's cool.
And then, like I said, they're ready next business day on all sharpening.
And you said it's $4 a knife?
Less than 7 inches. So this is a 7. This is like a 6.5 inch
Oh,
blade.
so that's like a
Okay.
normal.
This is a fillet
Yes.
knife that
yeah,
I make.
that's like a normal knife. That's
Mhm.
awesome. You
So
make
anything I do. Anything less
That? Wow.
than that is $4.
Okay.
Anything more than that, 7 to like 12, I think, is $6.
Okay.
Normally, people do $1 an inch,
Oh, wow.
right? So your normal kitchen knives are going to be like $7, $8, $9.
Wow, this is beautiful.
Okay.
So
Good
it
to know.
really is an affordable deal.
100%.
That's our fillet knife. We call that the noodler,
Hey.
That's
like
a
a
great
string- it's a
name.
string
right? Let's talk about
Appalachian
the
knife.
names. Would you like to talk about
Yes.
the Appalachian knife names?
I
Um,
would.
really
I
love
also,
that.
I really want to see this pink one here.
Oh.
She's
I'm
like, what's
can
in
I-
the pink
yeah.
one?
Okay.
I point with a
do
knife.
we
He's
do
like,
do we
"Whoa."
do sentimental first?
Let's do sentimental
Okay.
first.
So the name.
Yeah.
It's Judith Knife
Yes.
Company. If you see, I'm a mama's boy,
Okay.
right? I love my mom very much.
We love mama's boys,
I-
don't we, Celeste?
Yes, we do.
Celeste has got 3 of them. I got 2.
My mom said any woman with 3 sons is guaranteed a place in heaven.
Oh, there we go. I like it.
That was one
What
of
if
her
you
quotes.
have 2 boys, 2 girls? Or
That's
you
fair. You're close
Okay.
enough.
I got 3 boys and a bonus girl.
Yes.
So-
3 boys.
We both have 4.
It's boy, it's a long story, but you know, I'm a first generation immigrant with my mother. My mother, my sister, and myself moved to America from England. My mother lived the American dream.
Beautiful.
She worked her ass off every single day of her life to provide for her family and climb the corporate ladder.
Love it.
She started while she was here on a marriage visa cleaning dog kennels
My goodness.
while her children and husband were away during the day.
Wow.
She put herself through nursing school at ACTC.
Aw.
She became a naturalized citizen, which luckily for me got me naturalized citizenship and my sister naturalized citizenship and my sister naturalized citizenship, right? She got a bachelor's degree in nursing. She worked at doing home health and in King's Daughters, and then she ended up working in Fresenius and doing dialysis locally.
Okay.
And then she became a clinic and branch manager, and then she became like the regional rep for the East Coast for the company.
Wow.
And with a bachelor's degree in nursing was making $160,000 a year in like
Yes, ma'am.
2016.
Hey,
go, Judith.
that's a lot.
Right?
In 2016, like
Yes.
with inflation.
Right.
Wow, though.
So like,
What a mom.
and raised 4 kids,
Hey.
Wow. And she had 4 children.
right? And had breast cancer,
Oh,
right?
and I'm guessing
So-
her name is
Amazing.
Judith because
Correct. Yeah. So
Yes.
her name was Judith, and like was a policewoman in England, right, where they don't have guns,
Oh.
right?
so Judith was tough.
Yeah.
Yes, she was
She
tough.
was mean. She was mean as
The
nails.
fact that you named the company after this strong
Yeah.
and
Determined.
gosh, determined woman
Mhm.
Yes.
that, you know, to me just says a lot about how much she meant to you
Yeah.
and the fact that you want to carry her name in
Yeah.
to everything that you do.
And how much
is
this
amazing.
business means to you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
To put her name on it.
I say to people, if they're ever like questioning me about the quality of the knives, I just look at them in the face and I go, you know, I put my mom's name on this,
Yeah.
That's all you need to know.
and my hometown on the other side.
And my
Yeah.
hometown.
Yeah.
So-
Oh, that's wonderful.
Yeah.
That
Come
builds,
find
that
me.
builds trust.
Yes, it does.
You know.
I
So
mean,
yes.
we are more than enthralled with the fact that you are here and that you do this and how much you love it
Oh yeah.
and you know about it
Oh yeah.
and you're willing to share with and the
Oh,
fact that
yeah.
you shared with us is amazing.
Yes.
So
The pink one. is
Yes,
happening.
I want to see it. Look, it's neon
we
1980s pink on the other side.
lost my mom to breast cancer,
Okay.
Oh,
right? And that
now I know what the
was
pink one is.
22, right?
Yeah.
And that was hard.
Yeah.
That was rough. She passed away in England,
Oh.
right? She was really bad off, and she had this flight planned for my younger sister's senior trip with her. The 2 of them were going to go because she graduated high school. And they get there, and like 3 days later, she dies.
Oh my word.
So like the last time I see her, I got to say, "Love ya, see you soon," and give her a hug and send her in the car to the airport.
Wow.
And then she dies, and I get a phone call.
No,
You know.
that
So
is-
it was rough.
Oh,
And then fortunately, this was so wild. I had a vacation scheduled for like 6 months,
oh wow.
and she passed away the day before the vacation. So I get to go and grieve at the beach,
Oh.
which was a pretty decent way to do it.
Bless
I got a
her.
whole
Yes.
week off work, and then I got back and I called my work, and they're like, "Why don't you take your grief time now?"
Yep.
So I got 3 more days at the end of it. And I
Hey.
got it all.
Hey.
I'm married to an angel
Aw.
record. She's from Raceland or South Point. She's just a gem. Couldn't ask for a better lady. Her name's Stacia, and God, I wish she was here with me now.
I do too.
Yeah,
So
she's
you have
the
to bring her in
bomb.
and
She's
let
working the store.
Yes.
No, she's actually under the weather today. Unfortunately, the store's got someone else in it today, but she's
We'd love to meet her.
she's a gem.
Yes,
Literally,
I have
literally
met her.
the captain
She's
of the
an amazing
ship.
human.
Hey, sometimes
I just make the knife. She runs the business. I have
That's
the vision,
important.
but she makes this. Look, speak. She knows.
she does. She heard her name. And
Yeah,
she
her
heard
ears
it.
were burning. Yeah,
But I
she does
love
a
it.
We'll do
lot
some
at
crowd
the
work.
store. So.
Do some crowd work.
Yeah.
Bring him in.
Phone a friend, right?
Phone a friend.
Here
Oh.
we go.
Give me just one sec. She did call.
Bringing Stacia in.
Hey baby, I'm on a podcast, but I was actually just talking about how much I loved you, and you called. So you're on speaker. Do you have any words for the podcast?
Hello.
All right, I love you.
Alright, love you, bye.
I'll call you when it's done.
Okay,
Bye.
bye.
That's so funny.
Aw,
That's sweet though.
that is
Sometimes,
sweet.
sometimes they just know.
Yes.
Damn,
And
her
the-
ears were burning.
Well, yeah. To have the backstory, to be from where you're from,
Yeah.
you know, and be from here, and have this, but have you have so much of a story, so much history,
Yeah.
and you know so much history.
Oh, that's right.
Yes.
And the fact that each of these knives have a story, they have something they represent, they have a time, they have, to me, they're not just knives.
Yeah.
And I don't think you think that either, that they're
Correct.
not just knives. Like these are, they're usable, of course.
Yeah.
But they have stories behind them.
Yeah. The knife is special. Significantly, the knife is special. It has been the forefront of technology. Every technological advancement has been almost based around the knife until like the Industrial Revolution,
Yeah.
right? And the Stone Age was defined by stone tools, and the knife is the most basic human tool.
Yes.
And then the Bronze Age and the Iron Age, right?
It
I
doesn't
had
go away.
I had a boss
No.
at a knife company who was like former special forces and stuff, and he said a knife is an extension of somebody's like manhood. Men have this like primal grasp on a knife, and they're just like,
when we hold it like
ooh,
this, like,
Yeah.
you know, and
I'm
they
gonna
just
stab you.
it's like there's this strange appeal.
Yes.
Getting back to the pink knife
That's like
because we've
scream.
done it again.
She held the screen cell. I'm like,
Like, I don't,
Cut me and
yeah,
you
like
so
a
we sell
pencil.
our pink knives for $50 more.
Oh, okay.
oh, because of breast.
And we get that $50 direct to women in need with breast cancer. We
There
used to
you
do it through
go.
the foundation.
Yes,
We found a lady in Westwood, and we were able to give her some money. And then we found this lady named Samantha, and she lives local, and she's in her 20s and has stage 4 breast cancer and 3 kids.
Yes, I believe I know who you're talking about.
Right?
Yeah.
And we were able to
Can I
meet
try
with...
the?
Yeah. We were able to meet with her, and get some money to her, and covered a radiation treatment.
Wow.
You know, but like firsthand seeing my mom like deal with breast cancer and the financial struggles that it brings, and like I was like, this money has to stay in cash. This can't hit a bank account.
Yeah, if
you
it's
know?
not stressful enough to have a potentially terminal illness,
yeah.
to also have a financial burden that comes with that. I think about every single person who's going through that.
Yeah.
100%. How strong they are, and
Yeah.
that's an amazing thing. The
So-
give back is a very big.
It's
And so many do
big deal.
heal and overcome
Oh,
breast
yeah.
cancer. So that's wonderful that you're reaching out
Yeah.
into our community.
Yeah,
So
it
you-
was just so important to me, you know, and I think it's really what my mom would have wanted.
Thank you for doing that.
Yeah, of course.
We
It's
love that.
I definitely started out with the sentimental one,
yeah.
but it's also pink and it's appealing.
It is. Hey, it's a pretty knife.
Girl.
It's a pretty knife.
It is a
so
pretty
the
knife.
models,
Yes.
the knife models we have here. We'll just run through them as they kind of sit. So, actually, we'll start with the first one. This is the Eastern Kentucky.
Okay.
Right, I can't make this up.
No.
I designed this knife while I was living in Idaho.
Okay.
Right, working for a company called New West Knife Works. I was working in their custom shop, and I wanted to design a 3.5-inch blade hunting knife. And I thought, what better knife name than the Kentucky knife?
There you go.
And it was a slightly different variant to this. It had a tapered tang, which means that this spine here gradually tapered and got thinner towards the butt.
Okay.
And then the grind for the face of the blade was also different. It had a deep hollow grind, which meant it was dished out like this, similar to a straight razor.
Okay.
And the upkeep on the knife was kind of high. It was a high carbon steel, so it wanted to rust, right? and the manufacturing was very intense. It was a lot of grinding, like a ton, right? And I made like 160 some of those. As my first like I just kept doing them, and that was my first model, and they sold really good. And then I changed things up and switched it to the Eastern Kentucky, and I switched to a stainless steel and a Scandinavian grind, which I'm very fond of, right? The Scandinavian grind cuts down on the manufacturing costs, but in my opinion gives a higher quality end product because you have more knife left. The edge is not ground nearly as high, so as it gets resharpened with time, there is literally more steel to the knife, right? It is just harder to wear this knife out, which is pretty cool. And then it's just more structurally sound. We use a pretty thin steel on this knife, so the Scandinavian grind gives a lot of strength to that. So that's the Eastern Kentucky, and I decided on that name because I was like, it is awfully wet, specifically in Eastern Kentucky, being part of almost in a rainforest, right? It is very humid here, and I need something more appropriate. So we went with Eastern Kentucky for the stainless variant.
Classic.
So
Classic knife.
from there, we introduced the West Virginia.
Okay.
This is number 2. So when I was 18 years old, I got a job as a manager of a survival program at the Summit Bechtel Reserve in Beckley, West Virginia. It is the Boy Scouts' newest high adventure base. It is 14,500 acres of wilderness.
Wow.
Yep.
That's awesome.
And I was really lucky and was obsessed with wilderness survival in my youth, and managed to land that job and learned a lot and matured a lot. And I fell in love with Scandinavian ground knives there, right? And just that style of knife. But this is, as far as the shape goes, my most traditional Scandinavian shaped knife. So that is a Puukko blade shape, which is the hardworking knife that the Vikings would have carried all those years ago. Today in Scandinavia, the Puukko is still manufactured and used daily as a working man's knife. And what's really cool is they've actually shipped one of these to Finland. So how is that for some confirmation on your Scandinavian knife design?
Yes, there
when
you
people
go.
in Scandinavia are buying them.
That's it.
And what is this one called?
That's the West Virginia.
West Virginia.
And then the handle material on this one we actually made in-house, which is really cool. So this is old T-shirts, stabilized in phenolic resin. And we call this one our forest fire camo because it looks kind of like a forest fire.
Very cool.
Way cool.
And then orange sheath on this guy. The clip on this one, we're switching everything over to this. This is actually an American-made clip. It's called Ulti Clip. But
And that's different than these.
Same brand.
Okay.
Yep. This is the old style of clip, this flat spring steel one.
Yes.
Unsure the country of origin on that, but these are USA, baby.
All right.
Okay.
There you go.
So then there was the West Virginia, and then I believe the Greenbow was next, or the Tontos. But this is the Greenbow. This is actually Nate's knife. Nate's one of my employees, but he's been great, integral part of the business, and just an awesome guy to work with. He's in the retail store now, but I was like, we don't have any Greenbows. We're sold out. He's like, why don't you just take mine and hand me the one out of his pocket. So that's Nate's
It's
knife.
worthy of his name.
It is.
Yeah. He wanted you to share it.
That's a beautiful knife.
It really is.
It's so pretty.
So the Greenbow is like a great balance in size. Oh, the home knife. I forgot that one. The Greenbow is a great balance in size between the Kentucky and this knife, which was before that one.
Okay.
So the Greenbow has a sharp 90-degree spine just up at the top half. The West Virginia, the whole spine is a sharp 90-degree edge. It's really great for scraping, which is useful for a lot of different applications.
Yes. Yes.
And then it has a rounded spine here, so where your thumb will contact on the rounded spine, it won't tear you up nearly as rough. So it's a bit of a combo. And then this has a pocket carry sheath.
I feel like they should all have a rounded spine. so you can't cut yourself on
There,
the
well,
side.
so
Celeste proof, because I will figure out how
the
to
back
Yes,
edge,
and then
the back
Catherine
edge
proof,
of this
yeah.
is not sharp,
Mhm.
but it's 90 degrees. If you feel it,
So it just feels a little.
it won't cut you, but it.
But yes, it will
it's
leave an indent if you're pushing.
Exceptional for scraping, though.
Yes. Okay.
Exceptional. So you can use that to like scrape some wood for starting a fire.
Oh.
I've used it as a card scraper for refinishing a kitchen table.
Oh.
It just peels the varnish right off.
My
Okay.
grandfather used to whittle wood, and that was the biggest thing for him, is making sure that a knife
Yes.
could slide. That was his biggest. He loved to do that. He loved to whittle.
What about the base of them? This wood, is this?
That's ironwood. We'll get to that.
Okay.
But we use a lot. We use a lot of different hand materials, right? So that's one thing that I really like to do to keep things different and kind of mix up what's being offered. So we very rarely will make two of the same exact knife, right? So
I
we
figured.
rotate through a lot of different handle materials through all the models, and when we do a batch, we try not to match the pin material, the Corby bolt material, and the handle and the sheath on any of them,
Okay.
right? So those
You have
three
a lot of
variables
variance.
So you have a
change
lot
a
more.
lot. But that also means that number 153 is going to be the only one that's ironwood, copper, orange on the front, and black on the back.
Okay.
Oh.
You get what I mean? It makes your knife
Oh, even
really
more.
unique.
Yes.
Yes.
So this is
Truly
the home
unique.
knife. I designed this knife with my wife Stacia when we were just dating.
Aw.
We moved in together, and I brought to the relationship about a dozen really nice kitchen knives.
You like knives.
Nice, nice, like 200, 250 a pop kitchen knives.
Oh wow.
A dozen of them.
Nice.
Like, I gained them while working at a nice kitchen knife company.
Yeah.
Yes.
And probably my prized possession. And one day I caught her using nice kitchen knives for not
Not
nice
kitchen knife
kitchen
things.
knife things. And
Like, oh, you need a home knife.
things like taking receptacle covers off,
Oh.
and like opening the dog food bag,
That's a mean. That's a mean.
and like paint
Yes.
cans.
The dog food bag
Yes.
is a big thing for me with the knife. I'm
Yes.
like, hey.
Or Amazon packages. I'm like, the nice kitchen knives are not for opening Amazon packages. I'm
No.
sorry.
I like
They're not.
this education because this is.
Yes.
You're,
So-
you're
This
speaking
is
my
quite
language
the
right now.
educational piece.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I designed a knife that would fit my hands as well as hers,
Oh.
right?
Oh,
And
interesting.
together we came up with the home knife, which is
Okay.
originally a knife designed for kind of tasks around the house.
Mm-hmm.
So the home knife, I put a pocket carry clip on and threw one in my pocket. It was number 13, and now we're in like the mid hundreds.
That's awesome.
And it
153?
rides in the pocket phenomenally. It's just the perfect size for like a daily carry.
I like the grip on it.
Mhm.
I do too.
The opening a package.
Come on.
Right, right, and then it's that full rounded spine, just like you like. So
Yes,
your thumb is
yes.
on.
Don't get the
Yeah.
And this one's called the home knife.
The home
The
knife.
home knife.
It's
Okay.
nice, right?
And it's appropriate that it's called the home knife since you caught her using it. The others
Yes.
were yeah.
Is this one the
Love
Eastern Kentucky?
That is, yes.
Okay.
Yeah, and that goes in.
Okay. I can do it.
Yeah, you
Oh.
can. Just
Yeah,
get
you
it-
can.
Just get it lined up. Don't force it.
Okay.
The edge will cut through the plastic if you line it up wrong.
Okay.
Just like that. Perfect.
There we go.
So then another model is the paring knife. So I do
Doo doo.
I do make kitchen knives. However, they are a lot harder. They take a lot more time, and I can't, in good conscience, sell them for the time ratio
So you
that
can't
these
you can't
are.
sell it for $5. is what
No,
you're
I
saying.
can't sell this. Well, like for example, this paring knife is $235 with no sheath, right? But the grinding involved in the blade is just so much more intense.
100%.
But it is a top quality kitchen
Love
knife.
it.
It is something that will last you for the rest of
Oh,
your
yeah.
life, and it is really nice. I don't make sets.
That is amazing.
You don't.
Not yet. I don't want.
You're like, no, yeah.
Just because of the amount of work that
God,
goes
it's
into
so
it.
much work.
You're like,
And they sell so fast,
I
but
guarantee that.
the outdoor knives I really do prefer to make. But I am making more kitchen knives. When I can implement maybe some more machine grinding and less hand grinding,
Yeah.
then the kitchen knives will definitely be more of a viable option.
Fantastic. So, we were just chatting a little bit about tourism and being able to have you as a destination. We're just talking about how
Yeah.
you would like to become that.
Yeah.
And we truly believe that you could be.
Yeah.
I mean, when it comes down to it, being able to
show people how and let people watch and teach and do tours and let people buy. Like, you can't get better than that. That is a true attraction. So I believe that. I believe 100% in this. This is a great thing that you have, and it's a great business.
I just need to find somewhere that allows me to offer all three in one place.
100%.
You know.
And you have a place in mind?
I have it. Yeah, there's a few places in town that could work. They're just gonna need, you know, love in the form of hundreds of thousands of dollars.
Love in the form of sponsorship.
Yeah, love in the form of an investor who wants to fix up a
Investor,
building.
that's the word. Beyond the sponsorship.
Yep.
And you know,
Grants.
yeah,
That'd be a really nice thing.
If anybody knows of a grant that can help him to get that. Because, you know, our city's logos create with us. So how perfect to be able to have an opportunity
If
to
only we
create
had
something
a
with us that says
gigantic
Ashland, Kentucky.
statue at our riverfront featuring somebody forging.
Right?
It's just
And it's just not represented anywhere else.
Yeah. and it's appropriate. And these are such beautiful pieces and usable pieces, and they have backstories each one.
Yeah.
And to me, that's even more interesting. Like,
Good.
this is a thing that you can do that's something from the area,
Of course.
and it becomes personalized,
Of course.
and personal. And you, like you said earlier, it
Heirloom.
can be personal. It can
Yeah.
be
Yes.
an heirloom. It's
Yeah, and I mean, I thought about purchasing them for, purchasing one for my husband, but I would really like for him to be able to forge his own. But you said it's 2 12-hour days, is that what you said?
10 to 12 hours.
10 to 12.
Yeah,
Are
it's
they there
20
the whole time,
it's
or is
20
something
to
processing it while they
24
take a little
hours.
siesta?
Both.
Okay.
It is labor intensive, but it is full long days.
And what time to what time on Saturday and Sunday? Is that set?
It's like 10 to 7, 10 to 8 the first day. The second day I ask them if they want to start early, and they normally say yes. So then it's
can finish early.
9 to like 6 or 7.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's long.
Yeah.
It is long.
How many people do you have to be able to support?
4.
Okay.
Ideally,
At least 4.
4 people in a class.
Up to how many?
4.
Okay. I need at least 4 and only 4.
Yeah.
We've
there
done
is.
5 a couple of times. It's a little cramped, however, it does work.
But
And then less than 4 is not financially viable with 2 instructors.
no, understood.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, and that makes sense. You know, you want to make sure that it makes
So
Yes.
monetary sense.
I'm
always.
really excited for the conference center. Can we talk about that? Is that not?
Yes, we can talk about the conference
Talk
center.
about the conference
Yes.
The conference center. So my formula for selling knives is if I'm in front of enough people, I will sell knives. Period.
Mhm.
Right.
I can see that.
Like you look at Healing Appalachia, and I got a booth there, and I had to mail these knives to
That's
these
where I met
people,
you and
right?
your wife. Mm-hmm.
And I sold 71 knives in a weekend.
That's amazing.
I love it.
Right.
That's a great weekend.
Yes.
And I've done that at Mount Sterling Court Days.
Mm-hmm. I've
Right?
heard of that. I've not been.
It's insane.
What time of year is that?
September.
Okay.
Pretty sure.
Mom would like
And
to
then
go.
I've also done like I used to do the Ritter Park Market in its very early days. Right. I was one of the first vendors at those markets.
Wow.
I was at their second one, I'm pretty sure. And that Ritter Park Market that I did, I was doing shows all the time and traveling just out of desperation to make some sales.
Right.
And then it starts to become a gamble because you get to the 4-hour radius.
Mm-hmm.
You're driving 4 hours and then you're setting up at a show you know nothing about. And if it's a dud, you are in the red.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Right? And
Yeah.
that happened a few times. And then I did a Ritter Park Market. It was like February 28th or something stupid early in the year. Right?
That is stupid early.
It was. It snowed.
Yeah,
It
no.
snowed at this
You're not gonna find me
outdoor market.
outside in
No,
February.
thank you.
February is brutal here.
It was 4 hours. It was 10 to 2, I think.
Wow,
Or like
early
8,
too.
8 to noon or something.
Yeah.
And I made $2,000.
Whoa. Who was shopping?
Just people that came to the market. People, that's the thing. There were just people in front of me.
Yeah,
I
exactly.
have the salesmanship, and I was able to close the deal.
Well, that's the way.
I made
yeah.
$2,000.
I mean, it's all in the numbers, right?
I made $2,000 in 4 hours
Right.
in the snow in February in a park.
Yeah.
Wow.
And I was like, I need a retail store so bad it's not funny.
Yes.
If I can just get some slow stream, and then granted you got days like yesterday where 0 people come in all day.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
So I decided to open the retail stores in the cigar lounge one day, and I had priced out some stuff downtown and couldn't afford it.
Mm-hmm.
Unfortunately, it's just what the situation was.
Yes.
But then out in
But
Boyd
you made
County,
the best of both worlds.
I found out in Boyd County, I found my retail space just across from the cigar lounge,
Right.
and I called, and the price was right, and I was
Mhm.
like, yes, this is what we're doing.
Yeah.
And that was really it, but it all came from that Ritter Park market.
And you know what? Sometimes
Wow.
though, that's the way that it works, and some things just have to build,
Mm-hmm.
and
Gain momentum, and then you can
yes.
take the next
Mhm.
step.
whatever that is, you know.
Mhm.
And sometimes the right things just happen at the right time, and sometimes, you know, podcasts come along that spark
Promote your
people's-
business,
spark people's
spotlight.
interest in
You
things
find
I
the
don't
right
know.
investor. Yeah.
Yeah, find it. You know, unfortunately, I am not an investor, but
We have a lot of investors coming to town, though.
We do, and we have a lot of people that are interested in knowing about what we have in the area and learning
Mhm.
about what we have in the area.
And helping
And-
people to elevate.
Yes, 100%.
Yes.
And to know that it's there,
Mm-hmm.
and you know, maybe someone's going to watch this that wouldn't know another way
Yeah.
that you were in existence. So before we wrap up the day, just give us a little what's the address
Yeah.
where you're located?
So our retail store is 8112 Purple Heart Highway, Ashland, Kentucky 41102. And that is going to take you to a small shopping center called Meade Station. If you search Judith Knife Company on Google, we pop right up with directions. You can also hit that.
Yes.
That's the easiest and best way.
100%.
If you're having trouble finding us, our phone number is also online. Our phone number is 606-254-4096. Find us on the internet, www.judithknifeco.com. That's JUDITHKNIFECO.com.
Love it.
Go ahead.
And just to wrap up our podcast, and is there anything else that you'd like to tell anybody that you'd like to bring them to?
I love knives. If you like knives, come and talk to us at Judith Knife Company. Just to recap the services that we offer, we are professional knife sharpeners. We have a brick and mortar knife shop filled to the gills with production knives and the knives that I make. We offer knife forging classes. We offer custom Kydex sheaths. If you have any questions, give us a call.
Before we wrap up, we just wanted to take a moment to thank Jonathan
Thank you.
from Judith Knives for coming and being here.
Yes.
And of course, again, I'd love to shout out to how much Catherine did while I was.
I enjoy it. I enjoy it. And thank you so much. It's easy to do when we have people like this to interview.
100%. And we also want to shout out our newest sponsors, ACTC and CB Knuckles Black History Museum and our friends at Fields Flowers. We really, really appreciate everyone, every sponsor, everybody for tuning in, and we hope to see you soon. Have a great day.
Thank you.
Thank you.